Hey guys, we are on the floor again because I have another tag that a couple people tagged me in that is like 9, 10 numbers, 10 different questions that people wanted me to answer, and it is called the disabled vlogger tag. So I am disabled and I am a vlogger, so I figured I should do the tag. So, hi, my name is Brielle. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I'm a part-time wheelchair user and a service dog handler, and I figured that, this might be fun and educational. If you guys want to do the tag, I'll leave the questions down below in the description. Number 1 is, when and why did you start your vlog? For me, I think, let's see, when did I start it? Let's take a look. And while I'm looking, I'll tell you guys the why. So I started my vlog because I got my service dog, and I think for me, I didn't originally, intend for it to be a training vlog necessarily, but I started vlogging like with Arlo and doing different things with him, like service dog wise training and stuff like that. And now with my best friend Michaela, we do a lot of vlogs. So I started, if we want to be like really like point blank, I started vlogging in like 2017, and I did a couple reborn vlogs. I did a couple vlogs kind of taking them out because people were very interested in seeing me do that. But then in 2019, when I got Arlo, I think that's when I kind of switched over to vlogging mostly like service dog related content. So I started my vlog, I guess, in 2017 with like reborn stuff. I didn't really vlog at all 2018, but then 2019, I think that let's see when my first video is in here. So like March of 2019 is kind of when I started up my service dog vlog. So I would say that that's what I would count as like starting my vlog. Number 2 is, did you intend to talk about your disability online from the beginning? I mean, I guess not, because originally I didn't have a diagnosis, and originally Arlo was for my different symptoms, and my doctor had said that I should get a service dog to help with my symptoms, but I didn't have a diagnosed medical condition. The only thing that they thought it was vasovagal syncope, which is neurocardiogenic syncope. That's just a condition where basically you will pass out sometimes, and there's like a multitude of different reasons why. I'm not that educated on it, so I don't really want to talk about it. I'll and maybe include a resource if I know of somewhere you can like look into that. That's what we thought that I had. Obviously that's not the case now, but I had Arlo to help me with that. I didn't really intend to talk about my disability online originally because I didn't understand too much about it, and the doctors were still doing a lot of like testing and stuff. So no, that was not my original intention, but I'm definitely glad that it went that way because I feel like I've gained a lot of support from like talking about it online. Number 3, have you ever been skeptical about talking about your disability online? I'm not really sure what that means. Skeptical, I guess I've been like sort of like, should I talk about this? Should I bring this up? Should I tell people this? So, I mean, I guess I've been skeptical about bringing up a couple different things. Like, there's a couple things I still don't talk about. I don't give out the names of medications that I take. Like, I don't tell you guys how many medications I take a day or, like, what medications I take necessarily. There's a couple times I'll bring up, like, I take an emergency medication for my migraines. I might tell you guys, like, what emergency medication I'm taking if I'm taking one during a vlog or something. But other than that, I don't really talk about, like, my daily medications. Just for like privacy reasons, and I don't want people to like tell me in the comments like their side effects, because I don't want to think that that's what's going to happen for me. I want to have my own experience, and I don't want to I don't want my mind to be tricked into thinking oh, this is going to be the side effect that I'm going to have because someone else in my comments section had it or something. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's sort of my experience. So I guess that's the only skepticality I've thought about. Number 4, what kind of response do you receive in terms of your disability-related vlog posts? I mean, I'd say that I receive a pretty good response. There's a lot of people on there will immediately say, oh, I have one of the symptoms you're talking about. I might have that, right? So what should I do? Who should I talk to? Most of the responses are very positive. And I do get some questions, not necessarily about my disability, but a lot of people ask about how I got Arlo, how I got my wheelchair, how to do things in their medical community, that kind of stuff. And I don't mind those questions. I think that, I like to educate people as much as possible, help people as much as possible, but, most of my responses are usually talk to your doctor, so. Number 5, do you talk about other topics apart from your disability? Yes, I am a professional dog trainer and canine behaviorist, so I do talk about that quite a bit on my channel. Obviously, I also used to talk about reborn dolls, but I don't talk about that really anymore. There's been some times where I've talked about relationship-related stuff when I was in my relationship, but I don't really talk about that kind of stuff anymore. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Sometimes I'll do reviews for products, like dog-related products. Sometimes I talk about other dog things that aren't just dog training related. I don't know. Most of it's disability-related content and disability-related stuff and dog-related stuff. So, yeah. Number 6, what is your favorite thing about vlogging about your disability? I think my favorite thing is that it allows me to not be alone all the time. So if I'm going out and training with Arlo, sometimes it feels kind of lonely if I'm just doing it by myself. Obviously, a lot of times I have my best friend Michaela with me, but sometimes it's kind of lonely when I'm just going by myself. So when I bring the vlogging camera and I vlog, I guess it sometimes feels like I'm not so alone, like I have somebody to talk to. That's so lonely. God. I'm such a loser. Getting to share my experience so I can catch cool things on camera. So if Arlo does a natural alert and some people have never seen that, it's cool to be able to share that with people and to be able to educate people on service dogs and educate people on my disability and how I live my life. It's not that different. Just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm not a human and I don't do anything. So I guess we're just cracking everything now. Jeez. Number 7, what are your top 3 favorite disability-related vlog posts that you've ever published? This one's really difficult. I don't think that I necessarily have really big favorites. I don't know if I have favorites, and I know that that's kind of a cop-out, but I don't necessarily have favorites because I just enjoy posting the content. I don't really have favorites other than I would say that 2019 was not I personally think that my content has gotten better over time, so I would say that some of my 2020 content is probably my favorite right now. There's a video that's about we happened to meet one of Arlo's bio siblings at a store, and that was, it was also kind of rough because I think it was the same day that our dogs almost got attacked. It was definitely a really fun vlog, and I really liked sharing that with you guys, so I would say that that's definitely on the list. Wow, there's 47 vlogs in my 2020 playlist. Wow. My depressive episode, Relapse Recovery Week vlog, I know it's not dog related, and it didn't get as many views, and it's an hour long, but it was like my 1K special, and for me it was a really special video for me to put out because recovering from that was so difficult. But at the end of it, I was diagnosed with EDS. And I think that, like, after, like, the long journey of me, like, not knowing what I had and what was wrong with me, and part of my depression during that time being that, it was, like, a big deal. I also really liked the alterations to the mobility aids that we did. We vlogged, like, our experience, like, redoing some mobility aids. We did, like, a wheelchair, and then I think we did 2 rollators. Those 2 might be some of my favorite vlogs as well. Those were really, really fun. Going to the zoo with Arlo, that was also a really fun vlog. It was really short though, but it was fun. There's a lot of different vlogs that I really enjoyed. I would say that those are some of my top favorite vlogs. Number 8, do you think that the disabled YouTuber community is overlooked? This might be an unpopular opinion. No, not really. I don't think that it's overlooked. I think that there's a lot of people who watch us and who are there to support us. I mean, I'm not a big vlogger in the community, but I've seen big vloggers in the community and they get numbers similar to other vloggers, so I guess I don't really think that they're overlooked. I do think that maybe there's some content that they definitely, like, stray towards only people who are disabled and who are struggling with the same thing, and that might be why some of those videos might get overlooked, and so I can see where that happens. But at the same time, niche videos are popular in every community. There's some communities where it's like, you know, they're talking about, like, car parts or something, and, like, not everybody's gonna watch those videos. So not everybody is gonna watch certain videos, like my videos, like my getting my first infusion vlog. Not everybody watched that because it was mainly for people who were, like, also going to get infusions and they weren't sure what to expect. So I think that having different expectations of, like, who's going to watch your content, you're not going to get the same vlogs as, you're not going to get the same numbers as, like, a celebrity vlogger, because those celebrities, they have audiences from elsewhere as well. So I think that, you know, it's just about, like, perspective. Number 9, do you find it difficult to think of new disability-related content to publish? Not really. I really don't. I have a lot of different content on my list to publish. We put out vlogs all the time. I would say that some of our vlogs get repetitive, but service dog training is repetitive. And new things happen every time. So I think a lot of people come for the repetitiveness. And while we do get repetitive, sometimes I think that there's always new things that we're doing. I don't think my channel is necessarily, like, you know, that, like, insanely exciting. We're doing, like, crazy things like filling our whole backyard with Orbeez every week or doing crazy stuff like that. But, you know, it isn't that difficult for me to think of new content every time I come up with things. I have a whole list of video ideas that I go off of, and I add new things to it, like, every day. So yeah, if I start running out of ideas, I'll definitely ask you guys. If you have new ideas, leave them in the comments down below. Maybe I'll do them. Number 10, do you think that vlogging about your disability helps to change people's perceptions? That's a big question. I don't know. And the reason that I don't really know is because I think that my disability specifically has a lot of interesting perceptions right now. I think that people view EDS, and maybe even specifically hypermobile EDS, as a condition that a lot of people are faking. And I know that's, like, very, you know, known in the community that some people are definitely faking HEEDS. And so when I got my genetic testing back, I think that it was almost a sense of relief, which is really sad. Whether I'm diagnosed with any type of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it shouldn't affect, like, my feeling of support in the community. Do you know what I mean? Like, I should still feel like I have people out there who are like me and who support me and who understand my disability. However, I think that in the community, HEEDS is almost viewed as, like, I should make, like, a whole video on this, but HEEDS is almost viewed as, like, the ugly stepsister of the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome community. And this is coming from someone who I used to you know, basically, that's what we thought I had, was hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And I think the reason that that happens is because people think that because it doesn't have a genetic test yet, that everyone who says they have it is faking. And that is not the truth at all. There are people who are taking advantage of the system. There are people who are faking it. But it's not everybody. And I don't think that everybody who is diagnosed with it should be treated that way. I think that that's really unfair. And as a community, we need to come together and support those people, because especially with like the hedge study going on right now, the people who are they're working to find a genetic cause. And you know, I just think that it's a really sad state of affairs. If you have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and you have like a story about that, maybe I will eventually do a video on it. If you want to leave a comment down below, leave like your email, or you can email me. My email will always be in the description. Tell me your story, because I find it really, really sad that that's kind of the state that we're in right now. It's just really disappointing. So I don't necessarily think that it has helped change people's perceptions of EDS, other than a couple of my vlogs where like I have passed out and people are like, well, do you have POTS? And I'm like, no, I have EDS. And people realize that blood pooling is a symptom. I think it might change people's perceptions with like certain disabilities, but I feel like my vlogs might change people's perceptions of service dogs, maybe, but maybe not of my disability necessarily, which is kind of disappointing. So yeah, that was the disabled vlogger tag. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you guys decide to do the disabled vlogger tag, make sure that you know, I don't know how you would let me know. But you can always do the tag. I will leave the questions down in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry about the focus. Obviously it doesn't want to focus today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in whatever I make next. Bye.